Yeah, I've sugared here my whole life with my grandfather when I was young. Mostly where I learned about it from.
I met Doug quite a few years ago. We have a farm in Chelsea, Vermont, which is where I filmed the film. And Doug is the farm 2 miles up from us. So I've known him for a very long time. He's a single farmer. He makes maple syrup and produces maple syrup. He sells it to his friends and neighbors. He sells beef. He raises cattle. And he's lived by himself for a long time. He was married once. He has a daughter. He loves his life. He realizes that he won't be able to do this for the rest of his life as he's getting older.
In 1951, my grandparents, they were selling syrup for $5 a gallon, must be. 3 gallons, $15. 2 gallons, 10. Yeah, they were getting $5 a gallon from tapping the same trees I'm tapping now. I'm guessing the syrup must have been pretty much the same. Probably had the same taste then. I got the same buckets, and I'm tapping the same trees. 50 odd year, 50, 60 years later.
My hope and dream is that one of the grandkids will want to do it. At least
it's a character study, I think. It's about something that happens to all of us.
You don't have, you could let somebody else use the fields, or you could just mow it. And
he's grappling with that, and he's doing it with humor, with philosophy, with sadness. He's got a realization that things are not going to always be the same.
My grant taught me, I guess, a lot of what I know about sugaring, tapping, and what it takes to get the whole job done too, I guess. But we did it on a much smaller scale. That's what I was saying. I bought some equipment and set it up and started using it. So we've made 20 gallons tonight.
Yeah, I'm not making any money doing this. I do this because of the love of it. I question it. I did it again today. I was like, I may have to stop doing all this stuff that I really like to do and just go back and log commercially full time so I have more money in my pocket, so to speak. But how could I give up this lifestyle now and go back to the commercial rat race, so to speak? Competing with other loggers for work and beating the ground more or less, trying to find work, trying to make money, I'm not, now the focus isn't on making money. I make enough money to pay the bills, obviously, but you really should be worried about doing more.
I hope that people will identify with Doug. They'll like him as a character, but they'll also like him as a person, and recognize a piece of themselves in his lifestyle and the way he deals with life.
The director tells us even urbanites can relate to the hopes and dreams of a small farmer in a tiny Vermont town. And watching the film is also a bit of an escape. The 4 seasons unfold in beautiful surroundings. Coming up, a century of racing history.
Those were, pivotal moments in the history of the race and the history of sport.